I left my tripod in John's car today, so you guys are gonna be sitting on my trampoline today.
Who the jiggy nigga with the gold links? Got me reminiscing about my old days. 3-6 sucker nigga dick, no foreplay.
Alright guys, so I've been riding this deck for about 8 months now, so I thought it was time to review it. Okay, so before I tell you guys my thoughts on this, I'm just gonna go over a couple of the specs. The deck is 4.5 wide by 19.5 long, and it has a 84-degree head-tube angle. Alright, now let's get into what I think about it. I've ridden quite a few decks in the past, and this deck has always been my favorite. It's a great length, it's a great width, and for my kind of riding, this is probably the best deck for me. The weight of this deck is something that you have to get used to. It is pretty heavy compared to most decks on the market, but it's definitely a strong deck, and I do recommend it to anybody that rides mostly park, but sometimes street. The bottom of the deck is flat with these 2 rails right here, so I have no problems locking into grinds. I get perfectly into them. The deck comes in a ton of different colors. Right here I have the Neochrome, which is basically oil slick, and then they have chrome, black, red, blue, green, pretty much any color that every other deck has. The 84-degree head tube angle is really weird when you're first riding it. It's really straight up compared to most decks. When you ride other people's decks after riding this, it's going to feel like their deck is about to snap in half, because this is so straight up that it feels like all the other decks are way in the back. So if you go from this deck to a district, you're going to feel like you snapped your deck the second you get on it. But having this head tube angle is really nice for fakies and any manual trick, because you're straight up and you're not leaning back. There is a cutout right here in the front, and then I don't have it cut out, but in the grip, underneath the grip tape, there's an Mfx cutout right here. The brake is plastic, basically. They call it a Blitz composite brake. It's just plastic. I snapped one before. They're not very strong. They hold up for normal kind of riding, but if you step on it hard or land on it hard, it's gonna snap in half. So a couple of negative things that I have to say about this deck is in the back. This is the same for the 4.8 and the 4.5. In the back, it goes from being flat here straight to like nothing. These right here are the weakest part of the deck. There's only a very small piece of metal right here. So if you do a big drop or land really hard, like multiple times, these will crack. I've already cracked one on a 4.8 deck, and this is probably going to happen to the same on this deck. That's definitely something to think about when you're about to buy this deck. Very weak dropouts, but I've been riding this for 8 months pretty hard, and these haven't cracked, so maybe they fixed the problem. I don't know, but from my experience with the 4.8, these are very weak. So that's pretty much going to do it for this review, guys. It was kind of fast, so I don't know how it's going to turn out, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you give a like and leave a comment down below what video you guys want to see next, and make sure to subscribe. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.
That's it, Brian? Yes.
I just realized my eyes were closed throughout that whole entire video, and I'm sorry if that bothered you. I really don't want to go back and film that, so hopefully it doesn't bother you too bad.